having said that, I believe that we are ready to go for the next run, which is a new game, but the same egg. Cheese Egg, take it away.
Hello is indeed a new game that's 6 years old, but it's a new game for the marathon that y'all unlocked. You donated 350 pounds and unlocked basically what is and was the game that got me into speedrunning in the first place. I ran games before this, but this is the one that got me enjoying speedrunning. It's Dead End Road. It's what I like to call a survival horror game. And along the way, we're going to be getting a lot of randomness. I will say the 20-minute estimate I gave out for this is because this game can be a little unsafe at times. I hope it behaves today, and if it does, you're going to see a lot of funny and weird stuff. But we'll get going here in 3, 2, 1. There we go. We're skipping that old lady. We don't need to hear what she says. We're just going to start a ritual that we get a wish for. There's definitely no consequences for doing this. But I always move the wrong orb there. So I'm moving both 2 orbs at once with my gamepad and a keyboard control. So trying to get 2 orbs in the same place at the right time. You just got to give them the right position. They make that clicking sound. You're good. We wish for eels because I got to have my eels. I'm always wishing for eels. And here we are in a car. Now, the car is right-hand drive, and we're driving down the left lane. But let me say that this is pretty much a random game in terms of the cars will come at us from either lane. The cars will be on the... There's no rhyme or reason to which lanes they are in, what obstacles we'll get, things like that. You'll see cars with like creepy stuff like that happening where the back end opens up. I drove by it and hit a body bag inside of the truck to take damage. I do that because we want to take small amounts of damage, not fatal damage, no big car accidents. Oh, that's a jump scare sort of sanity effect that happens. Just random little things to damage our car because I need to get a bell and a book and a candle to finish that ritual I just did and get my wish of eels. If I don't finish that ritual, I'm pretty much losing my soul to, probably the same sort of forces that drove me to hell earlier. But I have to stop at every city that can until I have a bell, a book, and a candle, then get to Dead End Road and finish the ritual. And along the way, I'm going to try and take as much damage as I can. You'll see why. But it's a bunch of randomness. You can see on the lower left of my screen, there's a distance indicator. That is how many kilometers I am from the end. At about 1 kilometer, all the real creepy stuff stops happening and the road straightens out. The health bar is the icon to the right. It's kind of greenish yellow, which means I've taken a fair amount of damage thus far. There's also gas, which I do need to refuel at the city. We're going to do it right now. So we got 2 missions here. 1, go to the mechanic, buy some fuel. If we don't do this, we will run out of fuel, almost certainly, before the end of the run. And running out of fuel is just the same as crashing. The entity will catch up with you, you're dead. We also need to find a bell, a book, and a candle. We'll go to the pawn shop and do that. The pawn shop will always have 1 good item and 2 bad items. We need 2 good items and 1 bad is okay, but we need at least 2 good items. We got a good book here. We got a bad book. We don't need a dictionary for a ritual. Broken bell, not good for a ritual, but we'll buy it anyways. So we've got a good book and a bad bell. We could use a good candle next city to keep going. There is no way to check on what items you have. You just got to remember that. Use your memory. And here we go to our next city. We actually have a choice between 2 cities. We're always going to go left. Why? It's the faster way. There's a whole map about this. Don't ask me about this. It's very complicated. It's very hard to see. But trust me when I say turning left is the right option every time. Or the correct option. You get it. Oh, that's the windshield wipers. Let's get those on. There's really no reason to do this, but it feels right, you know? And these turns are Yeah, I mean, like, if I don't do that, then I'm getting rain on my windshield I can't see, right?
Yeah, this is just common sense driving, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, absolutely. And the entity or whatever satanic thing is, that could have been anything. Don't worry about it. Just like messing with a car while we're driving as well. And try to drive down the middle of the road to keep myself safe from like any sudden, very big obstacles that might show up. But thankfully, nothing of the sort has shown up yet. So, oh, this is our first sanity effect. You saw I paused the game there. There was like a menu that popped up from the left. There are sanity effects in this game that will pause your car in place. However, if you pause the game, which would also pause your car, doing so unpauses your car. It's like one of those two-way light switches that really weird houses tend to have. We're just unpausing the car and driving without control, which can be good and can also cause runs to end. So we had a good book, we had a bad bell. What are we going to get here at this antique store? We got another good book and another bad bell. That is very not ideal. We got nothing of value there. So we have to visit another town. The ideal run will have us visit only 2 towns, and then we can skip the rest. We got to go to a 3rd town now. So we'll be heading over towards Wolk.
Okay. Well, while we are making this initial, the start of this journey to the next town,
Yeah.
chat, my memory is really bad. Can you donate, please, and let me know what we have and what we need? I'm sure that Pisag knows, but I don't want to interrupt him. He's clearly
That's
like,
fair.
he's doing his thing. He's locked in. I don't remember. Can you guys donate and tell me what we still need? I feel like it was we need a book and maybe a lighter. No, the lighter was from Hanako. Guys, I need your help.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're not interrupting me either, because I will lose it in my memory, and then I'll have to restart the entire run. So thank goodness you're not interrupting me at all. Very kind of you. Wait, you can see
We are. Oh, go ahead.
No, go on, please.
We are closing in on another little milestone here that I'm excited about, which would be 425 pounds. That's only 13 pounds away. And if you were so inclined, that would almost put Horror Sama back in first place. It would close the gap significantly. It would put Horror Sama up to 118 pounds compared to Truck Coon's 122.69. So we can start to close that gap a little bit. I would be a little sad because I want Truck Coon to win, but I know that there are some Horror Sama enjoyers in chat who can probably help us out with that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. All right, antique store, another check. We're gonna hope for good RNG this time. Old brass bell. That's a good bell. We need that. And we have a lighter, which is a bad candle. But that means we have a good book, a good bell, and a bad candle. That is enough. We have the 3 items we need. 2 of them are in good condition. That's enough to save our soul. We don't have to go to towns anymore. So we're going to focus on getting to Dead End Road now. There is one potential twist here. We're going to try to get to Dead End Road as quickly as possible by crashing the car. Not like into a light poster or something big. That would be fatal. But like by causing it to break down by driving into boxes, potholes, things that might look like people, and things that otherwise would just slowly damage my car into breaking down. We want to hit stuff like that for an exploit that I can then use to get to Dead End Road. If I don't do that quickly enough, which looks pretty likely in this case because I've had some pretty bad luck in terms of obstacles, I might have to stop for gas along the way. And it's pretty clear-cut this time. I don't have to spend money anymore for it. I had to spend money at the night mechanic. But here, it's just a case of stopping by and using my credit card at a gas station and driving off. But that's next city over. If we can crash before then, that would be ideal. As it is, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, so we're just going to keep navigating these annoyingly tight roads. Hope that something creepy will pop up and attempt to damage my car. You know, that was your cue game. I was giving you a cue, and you did drop the ball there. That's unfortunate. But it's okay. Next city, we just have to watch out for a gas station. On the left side of the road, there will be an overhead light. That's where the gas station is. We stop there, we will start to fuel up again, because our tank is near empty, and that's not good. What is good is we got our items, so I don't have to go into that city anymore. So we're going to just move on. Keep an eye out on the left for that light. Even if we started taking enough damage, we do want to make sure we get fuel now because it's getting a little risky. It's about a third of the way into this road where you'll see it, but it's also, like much of this game, completely random. Oh, there it is. In a nice spot, too. I pause the game, I unpause, I drive off, still hooked up to the gas. That's free gas. Don't try that at home. That's dangerous. Do not put in a fuel nozzle into your car, pause the game, unpause the game, and drive off. You will not get free gas that is safe. Okay, now you can see the car is smoking. I took one hit there that caused it to start smoking, then a trash can hit me. I have 3 hits before the car will break down. When I take the final hit, I want to be moving at top speed. So I'm going to be a little cautious about how I take damage going forward. 2 hits left to go. This head is not damaged, it's just creepy. And anything, game. I need anything. 2 hits. Unfortunate. I was really hoping for something, but now we're in the final kilometer and nothing new is going to spawn, so we're just going to have to hope that we get some creepy stuff early on in Dead End Road. We ideally want to be crashed out before this part, but this happens. Again, you play a random game, random things will happen. We're moving to Dead End Road. You could turn right there if you needed to pick up more items, but we're good. We made it work. I missed that hitchhiker, that's fine. Oh, there's something in the back of this car. Yep. 1 hit to go. I've got to be careful. Hit this at full speed. Pause the game right after I do that. Not that. Don't hit the cars.
That was close.
That was terrifying close to actually losing the run there. I'm not even going to joke about that. There we go. So, our car was too damaged to continue, right? But you can hear the engine still. And the car was still rolling when this happened. So, this is the death glitch of this game. And this is why you want to do this as early as possible. My car is still driving towards Dead End Road. It will get there. It will arrive, even though I put it in a death state. If you pause right after the death sequence begins where your car breaks down to a stop, rolls to a stop, and like that creepy stuff happens, you unpause, the car just rolls at whatever speed it was at when you paused. You just skip past the entire thing happening. And now we're barreling through everything because my car is supposed to be dead, so it doesn't care that it's hitting trash cans, fences, trees, anything. It's just phasing through all of that. And we're going to go to Dead End Road and we're going to live, even though we just died. So, Debonair, if you have anything more you'd like to say, now's a great time for that. You got like probably 30 seconds to a minute.
Oh yeah, sweet. Okay, well, chat room, as you have probably heard from me and from PSEG earlier, and from all of the other hosts and all the runners, we're all gathered here today. We're all working together for Time Tick, which is an annual speedrunning event presented by the Clock Tower stream team on Twitch. This event benefits Safe in Our World, which is a UK-based nonprofit seeking to create and foster worldwide mental health awareness within the games industry. We have so far raised 412 pounds for this charity.
Keep going.
We've raised 412 pounds. We're really close to 425. All it would take is $13 to get us there. And we currently have an ongoing bid war for I believe it's the next run coming up. It is. To name the protagonist. So right now, Horror Sama is just about 17 a little more than 17 pounds behind, but 13 pounds would not only get us to 425, it would also put Horror-sama in pretty close contention with Truck-kun for the name. So if you want to be the hero, if you want to be the person that makes it helps us break this next $250 break point, it could be you. You could be the one that chips in, that gets us over that hump.
So we have items. We made a reasonable effort. We get to finish the ritual. I don't know what that lady was talking about, but we must have met her early on. Time will be when I finish this ritual. That's 2.
Forbidden meatballs.
3. It's overtime.
GG.
We did it. You just have to move those into place. It's an extra meatball, and it's supposed to surprise you because you did it at the beginning and didn't think you were going to encounter it again. But there we go. This is the end of the road. The great peril you faced is no more. You reflect back on the night's events. Trembling, but defiant. Weary, but unbroken. You feel the sun's rays upon your face. You begin to feel more like yourself again. You think upon your original wish for eels. You see some items fade into existence before you. You realize these are the eels you wished for. The eels! You briefly feel like it was all worthwhile. Could it really be true? Eels? You feel that after all you've been through, eels hardly seems worth the suffering. Oh man, we got the bad end. This is how your journey ends. And this is how my time ends here at Time Tick. I've been PeaceEgg. I do occasionally stream at twitch.tv/PeaceEgg. I'm on kind of a break right now, spending my time playing pinball and doing stuff like touching grass, but I will be back in time to speedrun and do horror games and play Phasmophobia and fun stuff like that. But until then, I have been Trace in real life, PeaceEgg on the internet. I thank you for watching my runs of Drive Me to Hell and Dead End Road, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Keep watching Time Tick 2025.
Yeah, definitely, and awesome runs. Both games were fabulous. As someone who's never seen them before, so congratulations. They were awesome.